Okay, so on to the next Skip the Line reaction, and this one is Damien Rice. What if I'm wrong? Unplugged. Now, I think I've reacted to Damien Rice before. I think I might have 2 or 3 reactions somewhere on YouTube to this artist, but I've never heard this one. And this is a Skip the Line reaction request from Vicky Smith. So I appreciate that. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go.
We could wrestle with tomorrow, till tomorrow's in the past. 'Cause I have torn apart what's beautiful to prove that nothing lasts. I have stayed locked behind this door to show there's no way out. I got lost within the space between the question and the doubt. On an ordinary day, in an ordinary way, I have combed the cracks of virtue for a place to lay the blame. And I have hated, I have lied, been guilty and denied. I've dismissed the ones who question me.
Wow, I mean, okay, so this is obviously a cell phone footage. Someone's actually just filming from the crowd, right? But it's still hitting. Anything with a guitar hits at the end of the day. But this just sounds like someone's normal life, right? Where you go through those travesties and you go through the hardships of life, and then you start basically questioning everything, and you start weighing up the good and the bad, and you start weighing up your virtues and your morals, and you start weighing up what you've done to others and things like that. That's what I'm getting from this so far.
I dismiss the ones who question me, declaring I am right. What if I am wrong? What if I am wrong? I have built a wall between what I believe and what is true.
Hey.
I have sacrificed the love I had for power over you. I have evicted those who disagree and walked over the weak. I have placed a gun within the mouth.
Wait a second. Nah, whoa. Now I kind of feel like he's talking in generalities over here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've walked all over the week. What? Everyone? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think this is a song about his own life and about him questioning his own life. I think it's bigger than that. Wait a second.
I have placed a gun within the mouth of those who dare to speak on an ordinary day, in an ordinary way. I have crushed the minds of children with extraordinary shame, and I have carried on this war, though no one wins.
100%, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was just about to go to that with regards to war, right? So it's obviously these systems of dictatorial authoritarian. I'm not entirely sure where he's speaking of, because this sounds very like authoritarian, almost despotish to a certain degree. So I'm not sure what part of the world this is. I mean, it could be China to a certain degree. It could be other areas in Africa. He's talking about some sort of war zone. He's talking about some sort of life for people that can't get out of the clutches of dictatorship, right? And all the wars that are being waged. I don't know, he could also be speaking about the USA and the wars that they've waged. I'm not entirely sure, but this is definitely about war, and it's definitely about oppressing people, and it's definitely about systematic interests of the higher power, the higher elites, right? Military complexes that really billions and trillions are the only thing that sort of matter to them, right? And that it's almost like they don't question, and it's kind of like, what if I was wrong? Do they ever ask that question? Do they ever ask? Well, they tend to say it after the fact all the time, right? They go and they do. People are saying, you shouldn't be doing this. 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 We should probably walk away from this. We should walk away from this war. We shouldn't get involved in this. And they always, like, they vehemently are stuck to their narrative and like, we have to go to war because of this. And they've got all these grand sort of justifications for going to war. And then they go to war, they get stuck in there for 10, 20 years, and then after they come, it's like, oh, okay, well, no, I think maybe, what if we were wrong? Like, what do you mean, what if we were wrong? You were wrong. All, like, 95% of the time, you were wrong, right? And that's basically what he's talking about, right? No one ever looks at it. What if we're killing, what if we're murdering all these people? Like, America walked into Iraq under a false premise, under a red flag operation, a false flag operation, sorry, right? Completely decimated a country, completely destabilized the Middle East, and then 20 years later, they're like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. And the person who did that, the war criminal who did that, is still not in prison. Just think about that. Think about the war criminal who did that, still not in prison. So, yeah. But we always ask that question 20 years down the line, after everyone's made their money, after Lockheed Martin's made their money, after Raytheon's made their money, or the Northrop Grumman has made their money, after the whole military complex has made their money. 20 years down the line, we get a conscience after we've killed millions of people. Then we get a conscience. Oh, shit, maybe. What if this wasn't a good idea? We do it all the time. Vietnam, Iraq, the Korean War. I mean, I'm talking just from the Western perspective as well. But all superpowers do this. All the superpowers. Look what's happening in Ukraine at the moment. Superpowers do that. They go and they exert their authoritarian power on other countries for their own interests and for their own resources. And they all do it. We really, really are stuck with systems that just don't work, right? It's a system of murder and pillaging for interests of a few. That's just the way the system works right now.
Though no one wins an endless fight, I have claimed that God is guiding me and killed to prove I'm right. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong?
Wow.
What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? Is this soul worth saving at all? 'Cause if I lose my wings, then surely I must fall.
If I lose my wins, then surely I must fall. I mean, it's a very introspective thing, but you know, the people that actually need to introspect in this will never introspect in this because money speaks. Money speaks, right? Doesn't matter. As long as we're making trillions, man, doesn't matter if we're wrong. We'll debate that down the line, and while everyone's living in Martha's Vineyard, right, with their trillions. So, oh, well, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Who cares?
Then surely I must fall and crawl. You say
Could wrestle with tomorrow till tomorrow's in the past. We could tear apart what's beautiful to prove that nothing lasts. We could stay left behind the door.
Beautiful line that we can tear apart what's beautiful just to prove that nothing lasts. Right? That's what we're trying to prove. Nothing lasts. Or we can keep what's beautiful and keep passing it on. But human nature is human nature, man. We're fallen beings, man. Let's go.
We could stay left behind the doors to show there's no way out. We got lost within the space between the question and the doubt. What if we're wrong?
Julia.
Beautiful, man. And that's to speak nothing of the dictatorial countries that are out there like China and all those despots like Venezuela and things like that, that are already committing atrocities. Also a whole bunch of different countries that are already committing atrocities all over Africa. But you'd be foolish to think that there aren't massive superpowers, the biggest superpowers, that are involved in actually stirring all of that up, right? Involved in coups, involved in toppling governments so that they can put people that are America friendly, Russia friendly, China friendly. Doesn't matter how many people die in conflicts, as long as their resources and their sort of like interests are met. And that's just the way these guys play the game. And all the superpowers play the game like that, right? No one's better than another. America can't speak of their morality because they have none. Okay? Russia can't speak of their morality because they have none. China can't speak of their morality because they have none. And those are your big three, right? They have none. It's a terrible, terrible travesty of a world that innocent, beautiful people get absolutely crushed for systems of money and interest and resources. It's sad. It really, really is sad. But beautiful song. I would love to see this piece not full from a cell phone. I'd love to see like a studio piece of this. I think that would be amazing. I'd love to see and hear a studio piece of this. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.